Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakaradash. And Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I'll say Shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out. It's of this recent news article from RT.com as of May the 6th, 2023. Business news category from RT.com. And, keep this in mind too. I want to add a note to this. With the recent bank crisis been going on for the past couple of months so far in the year 2023. Prime example, what happened with the Silicon Valley Bank, the signature banks, and multiple banks been affected by this bank crisis been going on since the year 2023 so far. With the First Republic banks, with their stocks and markets been crashing as well too. So, now you have this article saying right here, and then, with the recent on the decline of the American dollar as well too. And you have the nations within the whole this past 3 weeks, close to a month now, as of recently, you've been having these nations turning away and ditching the American dollar and the euro dollar as well too. Now, I just want to add a note to that. Now I'm going to read this news article, the highlight of this news article, and it says, investors flock to gold as U.S. banking crisis rages, JPMorgan reports. Right, because this been like the worst banking crisis since 2008. It says demand for the precious metal, which is considered a safe haven in times of financial or political turmoil, has grown. It says gold prices have been hovering near record highs this week on renewing investors' concern of a deepening U.S. financial crisis and the possibility of a recession this year. Right, because it's been increasing reports of a potential mild recession and an increasing recession as well too. Because previous lessons I've been focusing on this as well too. I've been keeping an eye on this. I just want to add a note to that. But continuing on with the reading, it says, according to the JPMorgan, the strategist cited by Bloomberg on Friday, the so-called long-duration trade, which is expressed by being an overweight on gold and growth stocks, seems to have become a contentious in recent months. The U.S. banking crisis has increased demand for growth and proxy or lower real rates, as well as the hedge against a catastrophic scenario, the strategist wrote in a note by the outlet. It says they argue a such trade looks relatively attractive, as it would have limited downside in a mild recession scenario, but plenty of upside in a deep recession. Institute investors have turned to gold, while retail investors boost exposure to Bitcoin, according to the report, which indicating that the share of tech in global equities has been risen sharply this year. And it says, the this week announcement by regional U.S. bank PacWest that it was exploring a potential sale has sparked, kind of similar to what the First Republic Bank as well too, concerning that it could become U.S. lend to implode following the collapse of 3 regional banks since March. The news pushed trading in gold futures on the common exchange to match an all-time high of $2,072 per ounce On Thursday, the spot gold price also jumped to 2,072.49 on the same day, according to the Finchtiv, if I pronounced that right. It says investors traditionally turn to gold in times of market uncertainty. Right, because so far, with the recent bank crisis with Silicon Valley Bank, the Signature Banks, First Republic Banks, and the PacWest Bank, due to that, and the declining of the American dollar, and the nation's been turning away from the American dollar and ditching the dollar, so as of lately, they've been turning, the companies and nations and organizations and factors that fund their money in the stocks and bonds, they've been definitely focusing on investing in gold, gold and stuff like that. And it says, so I just want to add a note to that. But continuing on, it says investors traditionally turn to gold in times of market uncertainty, right? Because the market's been, because like I've been mentioning previously, I've been doing sit-down lessons in regards to the stocks and markets and stuff like that. Because the markets, they react what's going on financially, globally, data statistic-wise, or with the Federal Reserve, what announcement that they're going to make. Is they going to continue to raise the interest rates or focusing on tackling the inflation, which they've been doing throughout of all last year into this year as well too. So the markets reacts to that. If the markets reacts to a positive gain or a negative gain. So you've been having the market's been an up and down slope, a up and seesaw balance slope, So I want to add a note to that as well too. But continuing on with the reading, I'm gonna read it again. It says investors traditionally turn to gold in times of market uncertainty to hedge risk as a store of value throughout history. It says the bullion has been seen as a safe haven during periods of economic instability, stock market crashes, military conflicts, and endemics. Now, as we're getting closer and closer living out the book of Revelations, and this is a major prophecy that's about to come very soon, which is that MOTB, that MARK, which is that charagma. This is going to be a new form of currency. That's why they're bringing out with the central digital bank currency to replace the to replace the American dollar with central digital bank currency, and pushing for that CHIP, that MARK, because this is going to be a new form of currency. This is the book of Revelations. That's why these companies and organizations and these CEOs, they are, they're approaching back to investing in silver and gold, because they look at that as high value right now. Because due to the fact with the Silicon Valley Signature Banks and the First Republic Banks, the PacWest Banks, been crashing as of lately, entering into the bank crisis. So the investors, the CEOs, and these companies and stuff like that, they went back to the alternative of investing into gold once again, because they look at that as high value, because they've been seeing what's going on from throughout last year and all this year through the recent bank crisis, the increasing mild recessions, all these things that they see. They're hopping back to the alternative of investing in gold, because they look at gold as value, because very soon, how the way we look at things right now, because the American dollar and the paper dollar around globally is going to be turned into a digital currency, right along with the central digital bank currency and the Fed now as well too. So that's why I brought out the scripture of Revelations 13, 16th chapter through verse 18 as well too. We're entering this new form of currency, which is the central digital bank currency. That's why we're getting closer and closer living out the book of Revelation. This is a major prophecy is going to come as well too, as I mentioned before. I'm going to read it again for edification's sake. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And it calls it all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive that M-A-R-K, and there R-I-G-H-T-H-A-N-D, or in there F-O-R-E-H-A-D-S, right? Even if you're middle class, lower class, you gotta receive that M-A-R-K in order to buy or sell, because this is gonna be a new form of currency. That's why they're fully having that central digital bank currency to replace the dollar, because the paper dollar is going to be a thing of the past. That's why you see these companies and these nations are funding their money in this silver and gold and rupees and yuan and other alternatives, a form of currency, as they turn away and ditch the American dollar and the euro dollar as well too, as a prime examples. While you have as of lately, you've been having these bank crises been going on with the markets crashing and stuff like that, and the value of the paper dollar is on the decline because we're entering this new form of currency. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 17. It reads through the Holy Scriptures, and that no man buy or sell, say he had the M-A-R-K, or the name of the B-E-A-S-T, or the number of his name. Right, in order to buy or sell, you gotta have that stuff, that technology stored in the upper part of your body and the right part of your body. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. It reads through the Holy Scriptures. Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the B-E-A-S-T, for it is the number of a man, and his number is SIX 303 score. Yep, soon to come of that MOTB. So with that, hopefully this was a edifying sit-down lesson of this recent news article. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakarkadash. Shalom to the elders out there for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.